I
No, I was
got
gonna say
you.
anything.
Oh,
I'll say
hello.
something. Yeah, I guess with all the anniversaries both industries are celebrating, are we gonna get to the point where we're gonna be celebrating the death of characters, audience? I gotta ask you
Yeah,
that.
Yeah,
we celebrated
probably.
the death of Superman, so I feel like we have to at this point. There was a whole anniversary thing for the death of Superman, and it was I think when they brought Doomsday back the first
But
time. What the second time?
Oh,
I, I gotta say, you really know if a character made it big if they had to have a death of story arc at
yeah,
some point,
yeah.
you know?
Superman, Captain America.
Daredevil, Iron
Oh,
Man,
yeah.
Captain
No,
Marvel, Inhumans.
unless they do a Miss Marvel and put their death in a random book,
That's
and
one
then
thing I
call
always
that issue the death of
Oh,
Captain Marvel or Miss
yeah,
Marvel.
yeah.
that's one thing I always wanted to bring up to anybody who took any issues with Kamala Khan's death. I mean, like, look, if you look at what every character who had a death of story has in common, like between Captain America, Superman, Batman, Daredevil, straight males, you notice. So Kamala, hey, congratulations. Your name is as big as those iconic characters, you
Oh,
know?
there you
So,
go.
Don't
yeah,
forget, we
yeah.
already had the worst trend of all time. Because you remember, they didn't want to do a Death One on them; they didn't want to do something else. And
Oh,
if that book had happened, that would have comic books would have probably got set back 50 years. I'm telling you now, that would have
Yeah.
been the female version of Death of for the next 20 years.
You know what? I don't. Has she ever received a Death of story? I can't think
No,
of
she was
it.
going to receive something else.
Wow.
Is
Okay,
that
so you're
Wonder
tell.
Woman?
Yeah,
Wait,
Wonder
who are you?
Woman.
Well, yeah, she was briefly dead in the 90s,
Kurt,
and that's when she had to go work at Taco Bell or Taco
Oh,
Whiz, as they called it. But that's a long story.
okay, yeah, but it didn't have like the Death of label on it, did it?
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Kurt, go to the our chat.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I know the story you're talking about. I am so glad they didn't do that. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Our chat in the
Yeah.
call, Kurt, not the actual Discord.
Oh, okay, okay. Private chat.
I
Okay,
realized how long it took you.
great. Wow.
That was
yeah.
pushed
Wow.
like at the same. That was pushed right after Superman came out, happened, and Superman was very popular. They were like, we wanted to do this, and it was literally almost went through. It was
Like,
going to be
what
a
can we
Mm,
full
do to
comic
Wonder
dedicated to
Woman?
that one act. Crip did.
That's
man.
they ought to
Cheesy.
they
That's
ought to
insane.
slap the idea out of that person's head. You know, like Wanda Sykes. I want to slap that stupid idea right out of their head.
And the reason this story sticks with me because I only found out with that act well because remember Crip they had a whole panel talking about Peter and Mary Jane, and then
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
randomly the writers were all like, "Yeah, we wanted to break up the marriage worst way. Like they wanted that to
Oh
happen to Mary Jane. They
Whoa.
no,
wanted that issue for Mary Jane."
no.
Whoa.
Oh, sweet
And they,
mercy pie, no.
I forgot which writer it was, but it was like all three who was writing Spider Man around the time before Dan Slott came on. It was like, bro, why are you telling us this?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you see, this is why audience comics should not be used as a therapy session for writers because
Yeah.
I feel like they're projecting a lot of their hardships and their personal lives onto Peter. You know, like, yeah, yeah. I've had like heartbreaking moments in my life. Doesn't mean I want to pay like $5 to go read it. No, come on, I won't pay $5 to go and again train myself. Which sounds
Mm-hmm.
wrong when I'm talking about this topic. Now that I know this, so, but
It
yeah.
just made me realize that most writers don't understand that just because it will make issues or get people to look to see what if it actually happened, they're not making it a good thing. I can guarantee
Yeah.
you, if that issue happened I'll be fair, I don't know what Wonder Woman fan base was at the time, so I'm not going to comment on that one. But I can
Mm-hmm.
guarantee you, if they broke the MJ marriage up like that, Spider Man would not be
Uh-huh.
selling it. That would have been the end of it right there. There would have been nothing you
Wow.
could do that would have made those. The fans are half the fan base is only hanging on because they want them two back together. If that happened, that would
Yeah.
have been it. That
Mm.
would have been no
Sure.
coming back from that.
You sure about that, Austin? Because I feel like with each writer on Spider-Man, they're really testing the limit on the
I
audience. You know, like,
I feel like
what can we do to
everything
make
would have
the
had with
audience give up?
MJ, we have never
Mm,
had that situation. Remember, because we kind of got this situation with Gwen Stacy and Norman.
Uh-huh.
Oh
But
goodness, that went over so
but even
well.
that was consensual. That was not what this would
Well,
have been.
yeah,
It would have
yeah.
been the whole book just been this happening.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
It would. I will
Well,
say this: it would have submitted Green Goblin the biggest Spider-Man villain of all time. But that's not something that
oh,
should ever happen in a comic book.
I feel like that's already a staple for the fans, but yeah. Oh wait, you mean in terms of villain overall, like in the
Yeah,
general scope of villains? Okay, yeah.
I don't mean by this is my favorite villain for Spider-Man. Like no,
Like the most
this is the
evil.
worst villain Spider-Man can fight. Anytime this dude shows up, Spider-Man has to kill this man. Then you
Oh
cannot
yeah.
get away.
And,
You cannot let Green Goblin live after what he did that.
wow. The
The both
fact
his
that you,
girlfriends, like that's kind of crazy. And he kidnapped his
uh,
baby. Like, bro, no, he got to go. That no kill rule would not know what forever.
yep. That's true. That's true. So yeah. So now that we got the chitter chatter out of the way, you
Oh
got
wait,
you
I
all
forgot to tell you.
started?
The Chip said the hair changed all because Marvel did not like the bald look, the shaved look.
Okay. Okay, the ball look okay, I can understand. God dang, did the artist really just go look at the MCU and like the John Walker? Like there's way too much of a similarity between the hair
Yeah.
and the beard
They
connection.
asked about Wyatt Russell, but he did say that Marvel wanted the hair to look to change since they were doing what they were doing with him. It looks a little bit
Mhm.
too on the nose of the come on, evil Superman shaved head but beard like
Yeah.
it's a pointed look.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm not too much of a fan of a shaved look audience. I mean, well, you know what? We've all lived many years, audience. We've all had that one hairstyle that we look back and like, oh god, why did we do that? Like, I mean, me myself, at one point I had a Chuck Liddell haircut, audience. But hey, I was
No
experimenting
disrespect, they took Liddell.
I wanted to try it out, but and you know, at the time I was wearing a lot of hats, so I was figuring like, what am I going to lose? You know, so yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
All
like you
right.
said, when they were just doing, like heartbroken Captain America, they liked the shaved look because they obviously it was he was doing the opposite of Steve in a way. But Steve had the full
Yeah.
hair, he would have shaved. Steve doesn't have a beard, he has a beard. But
Mm-hmm.
since his situation had changed, his hairstyle had to change.
Now, I just feel like that they're making that a staple of like if a Captain America has like a beard going on, in that case they have to be at a shitty point in their life at the moment, you know. So, um, yeah. You know, there shouldn't be a problem with beards, but oh well, is what it is. But anyway, with that, I think let me do the official intro. Anyway, welcome Contact Live, the news and reviews of the week, audience. Here with me, Cryptic Secret 415, Justice for David Colton. Move on.
Yes, yes.
hmm hmm
Oh my
And
god.
also for Wyatt Russell for being dragged into this against his will, you know that.
yeah.
But to be fair with him, at least they're not hating on him there now.
hmm
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And to be fair, I think he'd be happy with any news about him that isn't isn't rude anymore.
Oh.
Since Falcon with a soldier, to
Yep.
be honest.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
But Breaking Wall, Ace Comics, Austin, I don't know, whatever you try to call it, I don't really care. At the end of the day.
Gotcha.
Bro, Godzilla got to stop, bro. We got to stop Godzilla.
Kara, you didn't see that last panel, the Godzilla topic, but if you saw that, I swear to God, your eyes will roll back.
No, I can only imagine.
Oh God. Okay. But go ahead, your intro, Kara.
Hello, I'm Kara alias Rydra, and check out my fan comic on DeviantArt. Sam and John and no wait, hang on. Steve and John and Sam and Lamar and Bucky are friends. It's much better than anything
Yay.
Marvel is putting out.
Yep. American friendship, audience. American friendship there.
Hey.
hmm And together we are the Phanatics. Well, with the trio here, audience.
I'm guest starring as a fanat.
Yeah.
I'm temporary.
Santa
You're a
Claus with a
fanatic.
leg
Filling
and a
in.
head and a random new part. The arms and the
You're the new
torso are missing.
Megazord in our
Oh, there you
comic
go.
power
I
off.
like that.
There we go. So yeah. What do we have in store for you audience today? We have some Armageddon going through some shit with Avengers. We have some Captain America adventures in hell. Well, we also have some discussions about Godzilla going through the multiverse because why not at this point, hmm And yeah, Marvel's going back to zeros, because dang it, they want to charge you for a glorified preview. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, you all
I
know what
love
our
the
social.
90s.
Oh, such simpler times. Anyway, you all know what our socials are, so we could just get right to the books,
I can promise
So,
you they're under any other video. If you just click on the next video, and you'll have them
mhm,
on our
there you go.
lives. It's under the lives tab. It's all lives.
Yep. We also have it on descriptions too, so yeah. But anyway, we're going to start us off with Avengers Armageddon issue number 2, audience. Oh boy, a lot to unpack, here. So yeah, so kind of picks up where the last issue left us off, where the Avengers decide to recruit David Colton to go on to their assault against Thunderbolt Ross, because for some reason Marvel decided to give him this like motivation where I'm spreading democracy basically to the whole world, which
Except it's a
that
dictatorship, so it's not democracy.
yeah, and your only interests prior to this was literally just the preservation of America, the country, So I don't
Oh, yeah.
understand what's going
Bro,
on
he's
here, but
making a new America, bro. What do we? To
it's
be
like
fair, I think
that's
this
like
shows you how bad it was.
yeah,
They decided to drag this to an event because I feel like
yeah,
you could have had a natural way of having him transition to this plan,
yeah.
but it
Everything
really
got
doesn't flow that natural if you actually read to the book. If you didn't read his book, you'd have been
yeah.
sure. But if you read Percy, yeah, what's his name?
Yeah, Benjamin
Benjamin
Percy's Red
Percy's
Hulk book.
Red
Yeah,
Hulk. If you
yeah.
actually read his motivation from that to this, it does not line up that well.
Mm-mm.
Exactly, So, yeah. I always say this, like the fact that you had to start your own country, even if you call it New America, right? That's like trying to say you're still dedicated to your religion, even though you just create your own religion.
Yeah.
Like how does that work? That doesn't
Like,
work.
just
I understand
imagine.
this.
Go ahead.
The so I understand the sentiment behind it, where it's like it would be like Captain America had this whole speech before where he said, "I'm loyal to
Mhm.
nothing but the dream," and he looks at America
Uh-huh.
and like, if you had a disillusioned Captain America with like America cannot live up to this dream, and he want to go
Mhm.
make a new America, I think I can understand that, but it's not who Red Hulk is.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
And like that was him.
So,
You didn't care about the dream of America 90% of the
Yeah.
time, and your idea of what America was. Like, guess up till a few years ago, just hunting down the Hulk. Like, I don't know what to tell you, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I don't really know what America itself means to you for you to start your own America in this fast.
Yeah, I'm like looking at the page right here. This is what I want to bring up, right? So when the Avengers come down from the Quinjet ready to attack, like Sam Wells is saying, "Shut it down now!" And then Red Hulk is like looking at them. Look at that face he has right here, saying,
Got like
"God
400
bless."
more wrinkles in
Why
his
did they make his
face.
eyes yellow? Isn't that new? I feel like his eyes wasn't yellow
I,
for recently.
from what we were led to believe, like in the last issue, he's kind of charging himself up, like with some of Doom's technology. So
Oh.
really, he should be more stronger now than we've ever seen him, but like that's not the case from the battle he's going to go through in this. But I just want to read his line. He's like saying, "God bless New America." Like,
Oh, God.
okay, just like and really on the nose right there. Yeah. So, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
imagine if, I've talked about this cafe I like. Imagine if some rival cafe insulted me and the cafe. So then I decided to promote my cafe by just buying random jugs of coffee and forcing them down the throats of random people. Like that would not be,
Oh, boy.
that would not be
Pretty much.
elevating my favorite cafe, would it?
Nah, when
And
it's
also
like
that,
that.
like, if Vera was willingly following him into this, I think it also go better. You just took over a country and said, "Oh, we're going to rename it," and the whole country's
Yeah.
fighting you the whole time.
Yeah,
I just gotta point this out, audience. You realize Red Hulk had to intervene into Latveria because Latverians, they were doing the whole democracy thing. They were doing their whole parties,
Mhm.
their electoral candidates, and what did they do? They literally killed each other.
Mm.
They fought each other, and literally all the presidential candidates that were trying to run for leadership of Latveria, they all got killed by their own
Mm.
Wait. To be
Latvians.
fair, that was
Yeah.
not why Red Hulk did what he did. Red Hulk didn't give a fuck about that. Like
Yeah,
Red
he was
Hulk
looking for an
came
opportunity.
to invade Doom's castle, and then his soldiers started dying. He said, "Man, fuck these people." I
yeah,
read the whole history. That shit's funny as
yeah,
hell.
the Dungeons of Doom. Yeah, like of course, like Red Hulk was looking for an opportunity. Well, this is where it's very weird when you have two different writers writing the same
Yeah.
character.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
that whole Dungeons of Doom thing. That was Benjamin Percy. He writes the perfect Thunderbolt Ross audience. But now that it got switched to the hands of Chip Zdarsky, like of course he wants to make Red Hulk look like the bad guy. And even though, like, yes, it
I
looked,
can't even blame him for it. If you told me to make
yeah,
this thing an event too, you kind of have to. I feel like if
yeah,
you go too easy on Red Hulk and try to make him more justifiable, you just make the heroes look
hmm
worse in like some situations.
I
Because
know.
like you said earlier,
Hmm
like Veer has shown that if you leave them alone, they're going to eat each other. Basically, in that
Yes,
you're setting up this notion that they need a dictator in it, one way or
yes.
another, to rule.
hmm
They're not prepared
hmm
for democracy yet. They still got years before they get to that point.
Yep.
You can't do that, but then also keep trying to take down whoever's in charge of it.
Of course, So it's just the morality here is like all over the place, audience. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
so it's yeah. Oh, we got a comment actually. Ah, Tevius here saying hi. Hi, Tev. Yeah, we're
What's up, Teddy?
just doing the comics of the week. Tev, let us know what you read and that stuff. Or how do you feel about Avengers Armageddon right now? So. Okay, but anyway, going back to the.
Did he say he lost faith in this?
Oh boy, I'm about to lose faith in this and Chip Zdarsky here. But yeah, during this whole commotion, for some reason, Chip Zdarsky decides to randomly bring in the Winter Guard in Russia into this. I'm like, wait, what the fuck did these guys have to do with this event?
To be fair, I didn't mean that. I didn't mind that. I was more mad they weren't here earlier. Because I was like, Russia would
Uh-huh.
have been one of the main groups trying to send people here to steal from Doom. Why they only
Yeah.
go to them now?
Yeah.
Which is funny because like that was supposed to be what the original arc in the last arc of Captain America is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Russia, China, UK, France, they all wanted to come here and take their piece of Latveria. So, oh boy, but yeah,
Let me say one thing. It's funny they should have the Winter Guard because I was thinking this is one of the things I've wanted to bring up. They ripped off Wyatt Russell's look. They
mhm.
gave Colton what seems to be Sentry's powers. I thought which member of the Thunderbolt / New Avengers, MCU, are they going to rip off next? So yeah,
Mhm.
that.
Oh, I thought you were going to say like Crimson Dynamos looking like a lot like Red Guardian from the MCU, but
Yeah, so yeah, now we know Red Guardian
yeah.
is the MCU. Red Guardian is the next one to be ripped off. So
To
who's
be
next?
fair,
That.
I like this for Crimson Dynamo because if you made this Red Guardian look like the one from the movie, you were really fucking everything up. Because people don't remember
Yeah.
Black Widow, Natasha, was married to this man.
Oh
Yeah.
In the comic.
yeah.
You should not have him look like her dad version of it.
It's your dad.
Crimson Dynamo, at least, since he
He's been
hasn't really
around
been
for a
fighting
while.
Tony, they haven't really done anything with him. I don't mind him getting this old. He kind of like Jebediah's thing too, like Jebediah's thing. So
Yeah.
He looks like Iron Man villain. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
He look like he does. Crimson Dazzle because he's been around for a while. You could get away with him looking like the dad, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there you go.
Why his suit look
Um,
fat though?
they have. I don't know. He's eating a lot of borscht, I guess. You know. So anyway, as this is going down, like they're planning on making their moves, and you get back to the fight that's going on. Like because remember, Red Hulk has his squad of blue and white Hulks, and I'm surprised like everybody's like shocked that like these Hulks aren't as strong as the main Hulks. But I'm like, yeah, they were just always going to be like kind of fodder characters, you know. I would think
Yeah,
they're
man.
just base
Like,
level.
The
hey,
Phonian Hulks.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, especially with everything else going on with Hulk, bro. They weren't going to have him actual legit army of Hulks in this situation.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And, I don't know, man.
Yeah. But now going back to this fight, so of course, like this is something I knew was going to happen. There had to have been an eventual fight between Red Hulk and David Colton based on like their previous history together. So I mean, I thought that was going to be a big moment, but like of course, Ross notices this isn't the same David that he recruited into the army, right? So what does Red Hulk do? He
Yeah, that
needs
man had nerve to say it's David calls it my Captain America. I'm like, bro, shut up.
It's like you have some kind of nerve.
I know. You literally gave him a dishonorable discharge. Like, dude, the way you left him out of the military like that,
After
dude.
trying to kill him low key,
Yep. But again, that's just like Chip's. I don't know if this is like him mandated to do this or this is how he personally feels, but he just wants to like show someone like Red Hulk as a bad person, you know? But anyway,
I
Red Hulk.
wonder how much of it is mandated by editorial as well.
Well, it was revealed last week that Chip did not intend for this story to be an event. It was supposed to be more of an arc in his book, but Marvel came in and pushed this to be an event. So, yeah, Ross' tactical mind, he decides to take this to a nearby town. So, like the heroes want to hold back their punches to avoid collateral damage. Okay, and this is where the character assassination happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you get to where Ross is at, and that's when David Colton immediately, like a rocket, he doesn't care what's in his way or who gets uh thrashed in his route, but like he basically creates a crater from one side of town to the other to get to Red Hulk and still flies him off, like killing everybody in his path. You're like, what? I had to, when I was reading this book in my car, I really just had to take a minute to process all this. Wait, what? This is
Yeah.
not the person we've been seeing.
No, it's
that Chip has
not.
been building up. Like
No.
David's all about like I want to do the best in saving people's lives. For God's sakes, in the last
Yes.
issue, like when he
Yeah.
sees when you see him talking to Spider-Man, he likes Spider-Man because he's like, more about saving the civilian lives, this and that.
Mm-hmm.
And even in the last story we saw him in Weapons of Armageddon, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you see him flying off. He's like saying, "I'm going to go save as many people as possible," this and that with the powers he's been given. But here, dude, I felt like Chip in the beginning, he wanted to build up to a moment where, David will eventually hold that shield again because there's this whole PTSD David
Right.
has with his shield. But like everybody that's gotten to know David, they're like, dude, you can't be too hard on yourself. There is good in you.
Yeah.
You are worthy of lifting that shield. Like, this is what Steve saw in David. This is what Wolverine saw in David. But then after seeing this moment right here, I don't want to see David. David is not worthy about carrying that shield. No way. Like, dude. I don't want to see him hold that shield. What the hell is that?
Like, F you, Marvel. F you in the city and in the field. F your basket and your store. F you. F your effing pizza. and F
Yeah.
all your editors and
Hmm.
writers. Like,
Hmm.
it's like, F you
This is
stupid people.
they just wanted to make like this is just wanted to make David so quickly into the bad guy. Like I thought there would have been like a parallel between David and Ross, two sides of the same coin, but they just made it that both sides of that coin are bad. So like
Hmm.
David regrets nothing that he did here, audience. He's basically like saying, yeah, people died, but that's war, and I'll carry their deaths with
Ah.
me for the rest of
And
my
that is
life.
that is not who the character was. It never
Mm,
was. No
nope.
hint of that until this point. So just
Mhm.
completely ruined everything the character was for no reason. Well,
Yeah,
well, same
exactly.
difference in this case.
Exactly. I know we always have this discussion about MCU synergy, but the way this is looking like is that like you all remember that scene, that like character defining moment of John Walker in Falcon and Winter Soldier, where he has to choose between saving the Senators or
Oh
going
yeah,
after the Flag Smashers.
yeah,
Well, this is basically like John Walker choosing to go after the Flag Smashers and letting all those people die.
and being
So
blasé about it or trying to
yeah.
justify it.
Mm-hmm. No, it's
Uh,
just yeah.
uh,
Hold on a sec. Austin.
Good, good.
So
I was gonna say I'm accidentally pressed back on the phone, but I was
okay,
I was gonna say it's funny because I predicted this problem a long time ago, and it wasn't with this. When we had the
okay.
Century book, and they were trying to make the next Century, I said Marvel's missing an actual big physical bad with powers
Mm-hmm.
on Earth right now.
Yeah.
And
mhm.
I said, there's their chance. They should have chose the evil Century dude to play
Uh
this role, and instead they gave it to the girl who's in a wheelchair, and they didn't use her anyway.
huh.
Mhm.
I
And
know,
now we have
right?
another guy with super Century powers filling that role.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
Do,
they did
do
an
you
audience.
think
Yeah,
it's the Century powers that are messing them up?
that's the only explanation you could give at this point. Like they
Yeah.
just brought out the dark side of David. But oh god dang, like
Or like
you would.
possession.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But if
we
you
were.
give
We
David
were.
a void, then you're just doing the same thing over again. That's why I wonder how they're going to
Yeah, yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
Speaking of doing the same thing, I've talked about this. I made a whole essay about it.
Mm-hmm.
I really think they were trying to rip off the comic book version of John Walker or, U.S. Agent. The thing
Yeah.
is, the setup wasn't there. The characters were completely different, so it
Mm-hmm.
does not work at all. And, I'm someone. Uh, well, John Walker started out in the comics. He was arrogant and uh,
Yeah.
vainglorious, and then he became
Yeah.
Captain America and said, "Okay, I want uh, to live up to the role." And he really did try, but too many bad things happening and ended
Yep.
up happening, and he just became corrupted, and then he became U.S. agent, and
Mm-hmm.
he can still be brash and arrogant, but he's working
It's
for
all.
redemption too. Colton
It's
is a different character, different setup. It does not work.
yeah. It doesn't work because, like, at least with John Walker, his heart is in the right place. He still
Yeah,
wants to do
yeah.
good. This right here, I don't know what the silver lining is with David here at this point.
No.
Like, it just really doesn't make sense. Again, given everything that we set him up for.
Yes.
And let me bring up the next page here. And this is where you feel like everything got completely rushed to get to this point because, like, I thought there was going to be like a big, long drawn out battle between David and Red Hulk, but no, it's just over almost as quickly as it began. Like you see
Like
you see David going onslaught on, throwing punch after punch at Red Hulk here. And yeah, Red Hulk turns back into Ross, and the battle's over. I'm like, wow, that was
like
very
the lamest
underwhelming.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure fight.
Yeah, pretty much. And then of course, like the Avengers, they're trying their best to like save all the collateral damage that's been left because of David destroying that
Mm.
town. and eventually some of them get up to David. Winter Soldier points his gun at David. I mean, I don't know why David would stop when he sees that gun. I mean, it's not like a gun could do any damage to him. And then Iron Man comes up, and then David, like, it looks like he rips the arc reactor out of Iron Man. They're
Yeah,
like,
that's what I
oh
thought he did.
yeah, and then he starts berating them, like saying, "More will keep dying because you let Ross live. You're weak. God gave you incredible abilities,
Oh
and yet
goodness.
you all are still so
Oh come
damn weak.
on.
With people with
Yeah, but
power and big brains, like, God damn, who is
I know
this
the very part he
person?"
says God gave them special abilities. It's like, did Wolverine give you your power?
Yeah, like audience, remember, like David even was trying to tell Wolverine, "Don't give me that because nobody should have that sort of power."
hmm
Somebody that's humble enough to realize that to not want the power of a god. You
Yeah.
would assume that they have like a good judge of moral character at that
Right,
point, but
right.
yeah, I really want to know what Logan has to think of David after what happened here, or even what Captain America, or even what Steve Rogers thinks now.
hmm
Because remember,
That was my
audience, like
problem
Steve.
with Wolverine's whole thing earlier. He was like, remember we had to talk during part one when he was in attacking the
Mhm.
whole
The
Pentagon,
Pentagon.
and
Yep.
Wolverine's like, oh, if you know what he's been through, he deserves it. I'm like, bro, y'all went through way worse than what the dude went through.
Yeah, yeah.
hmm
So again,
Honestly,
it's
y'all
just all
attacking the whole world government as a whole.
Mm-mm.
He's not even the worst person to come out the Super Soldier program.
Yep. Not for nothing, Logan, but like, look, you should know more. You should know as good as anybody about what it would be like to give like this unlimited power to somebody who clearly has some PTSD going on through them.
Yeah.
So okay,
Well,
so
the
needless. Yeah,
uh, the
can you
mention of the PTSD, uh
yeah.
that's one of the some people might say, "Oh, well, this is a fictional character. Why are you upset about this?" It sets a bad message. I heard
Yeah.
someone's like talking about being corrupted, like, "Oh, well, he has PTSD." I said, I thought that is
It's
one of sorry,
yeah.
that is one of the most horrible tropes that needs to die. This, oh, people with PTSD become violent. That there are some
Hmm.
people who do, but
Yeah.
someone with PTSD is much more likely. People with PTSD are much more likely to hurt themselves, whether it's substance abuse, whether it's self harm.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
I should have given a trigger warning. I apologize for that, but
No,
no,
all good.
this sets such a bad example. Like, oh hey, you want to do good in the world? Well, too bad, you'll just become corrupted. And
Hmm.
and I'm getting ahead of myself too, because I
Exactly.
want to
Exactly.
say other storylines about Captain America replacements are more like,
Hmm.
oh, well, not everyone can be Captain America, like William Burnside and Roscoe and John
Yep.
Walker said, not just anyone can do it. This feels less like that and more like, oh, anyone other than Steve and Sam are trash. But yeah,
Yeah.
just
This
the
is
fact that, sorry, go ahead.
no. You go ahead. You go ahead.
Just that whole, like I said, I am
It's a,
like,
it's
I
a
hate
tired
that
trope.
whole trope, like, oh well, yeah, he's violent because he has PTSD. He's like, shut up.
Mm. Yeah, you don't want to give like the narrative that people who are going through that shouldn't be allowed in society.
Yeah,
Audience,
and
and I
people
feel
need
like
hope right now. They
exactly.
really do. They
Hmm.
need optimism.
Hmm. Which is kind of like what we were led to believe was going to be going on with
Right.
David.
We've
There
been
is some good.
Schmeckledorfed.
Exactly. So I'm just gonna be curious because, like, I know there are like some veterans out there who were fans of how David's been written up to this point, but like going
Mm-hmm.
forward, because
Oh.
we we already know what the aftermath of Avengers Armageddon is going to be, and David is going to be a big part of what happens in the fallout. So, is David going to have fans after this? I don't know, audience. Like I
Wait.
fear we're
Is he from what I saw? It seems like whatever he does just affects the current situation. I haven't seen anything from the actual post Fallout situation.
what you mean, like in the story?
Yeah, so like obviously whatever he does breaks the Avengers. They spoiled that a long
Yeah.
time ago. Okay. So
Some,
after that
something
it's the Luke Cage of the Avengers. And then somehow the Punisher gets involved. But I haven't seen if David's actually involved in these stories after that.
This feels like a bad fan fiction.
Yeah, I guess that's like the other caveat to this. Like you because you gave him the powers of Superman, you're also gonna have to kind of find a way to write him out of a story now because okay,
I hate the evil Superman trope too. It's so
yeah,
overdone.
nobody digs
I-
an evil Superman trope audience at this point.
I could have been fine with the idea of it if he still had some of his Captain America stuff, but he really doesn't. Everything you learn about David before he turns bad, it seems like he just went against all of that randomly from book to book.
Yeah.
If it was like an actual, turn, or you see what happens and what pushes him to that, I think you could have did it because we don't have we have an evil Captain America, but he's Hydra Steve. I don't really think we count that.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Yep.
So he would have had a unique position, and you would have had a reason to bring more other heavy hitters back, like Blue Marvel could have joined the Avengers again. To justify the threat level. But that's not what they're doing. In fact, the Avengers about to get weaker than they ever been. We're about to go back to New Avengers, like the original New Avengers, with all street level and then there's Carol.
No, they're not just going to be weaker. They're going to go through the mutant experience, or the whole public hates them, audience. So
the public's ungrateful.
We'll see.
To be fair, I understand. This is the only time I understood the public because realistically, we know Marvel people. They didn't give a fuck about Latveria. So when you found out that Doom made world peace at the expense of Latveria, I can probably no one cared. No one cared. So the fact that not only the heroes undid that, but then went up and blew up Latveria in this fight, I'm sure the public is like, man, fuck these people.
Well, not even Latveria. This was a neighboring town from a different country that David just blew up. So, damn.
Oh, and worse.
Yep. Oh, and speaking of other countries, audience, like, okay, when David bounced, like, no longer wanted to be involved in this fight again, like, after dissing the Avengers turned to where Thaddeus Ross's body was at, and it disappeared.
Oh.
Yeah. It turns out the Winter Guard snuck in and teleported Ross with them, and now they're bringing his body to Russia. And I'm like,
bro, we do not need a Russian Hulk, bro. Please, not that.
Oh, come on, man. Real, especially somebody especially like as Ross, all right? You can only imagine like the frustration he's going to get when he wakes up and realizes Russia now has him. Especially since we already had a POW story of him in Latveria, So
I think this is worse because all the stuff we do know is going to happen. Because Marvel can't stop just telling you what's going to happen in the future. We still know that Steve and Hulk have some type of story in the future.
Mm-hmm.
And he still had like Dr. Doom teleporting like future technology bullshit or something.
Yeah. This is
is that going to be in the next book? Is that supposed to like be a part of like Surviving Avengers? Or what that's called?
Yeah, Austin. This is giving me flashbacks to Gotham War. Where like first it started with like the morality discussion as to like we train criminals to only rob the elite, but then that got turned into Vandal Savage coming in buying the Batcave. Then that got turned into Batman using fear toxin to give villains PTSD about committing crimes. Then that got turned into a meteor coming in from space coming to Gotham. Then that got turned into all of Batman's rogues gallery.
That woman have 9 powers or some shit.
Exactly. The rogues gallery of Batman all got their hands on Batman equipment. They're like, wait, what the? This
I
isn't
don't
a
know.
Japanese
People
burrito.
don't know Gotham War is terrible. I will give
Yeah.
Chip the benefit of doubt because clearly this is not what he wanted to do. This
No.
is very clear. Like we know for a fact, Marvel just threw an event on him. He had to stretch out this one little story arc he wanted to do into a multi big universe thing, and he's struggling to do so.
It
Um,
is. Right.
the main problem is also that he's leading the next 2 years on Marvel, according to him.
Yikes.
So, like I said, we already have two big events after this. We have the Age of Iron. I don't think that's an event to be fair, but we know once the Avengers fall, Iron Man is going to be like, "Fuck it, I need to step up and do something." Because that's always been what Iron Man does. And we know the Avengers are struggling to survive and trying to figure out what to do next in whatever that mountain is. If it's about David Colton or it's about the future Red Hulk thing with we had the Eggman beard. I mean mustache for some reason. Like who knows? I'm surprised they haven't spoiled that yet. But
what the fuck did you have to do to make?
I asked people to give Chip at least till after this event. If the surviving Avenger thing is bad, sure, and then he is kind of washed. But we know for a fact that he did not want to do this, and he was not prepared to do this when they threw this on him.
Nah. Marvel, you had it. You had the perfect writer to write for Captain America, and the fall from grace was when editorial had to come in and completely rewrite his whole story. I'm only convinced that the only story arc Chip Zdarsky had full control over was the first arc of his Captain America run, which was, the Latveria and, David Colton's, his origin, this and that. But then immediately afterwards, the second arc is literally having all his plans had to get changed, Oh, yep. Okay. Yeah, Austin's back. I can't even say I'm mad, audience. I'm just disappointed. That's really what I gotta say of Marvel.
I can say I'm mad. Marvel's dead to me. It's like
yeah. You're mad and disappointed. Yeah.
It's like that clip. We were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you?
Dude, I know this will be really bad, but if I was in front of David, I would freaking smack him in the jaw. Like, I don't care if my fist broke. I'm like, what the hell was wrong with you, dude?
It's
I rooted for you, man. I wanted to see you hold that shield up again. Now I don't want to see you, man.
Yeah, it's people are going to wonder what the point of this character was. It's such a shame and a waste.
Exactly.
I'm wondering if Marvel offered Benjamin Percy anything to do with this event at first, because we know people don't know his next book is the Midnight Universe Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
So I do wonder if he was supposed to be a part of this or help with this event at all before he got that gig, or did he already know this was next upcoming, and he just wasn't involved in this situation at all. The Red Hulk was pretty much his kid at this point leading into the event.
Yes. So they just took his kid away from him, and look what they did to him.
Look at him massacred my boy.
Exactly. Yes.
That's a perfect way to phrase it, man.
Well, my phone is running low on charge, so I'm afraid I'm going to have to dip out. But I appreciate you having me on. It's and taking the time to listen to me whine. Right?
No problem.
It was a pleasure having you.
Hopefully thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yep,
wish I could stay longer, but it is what it is.
Yep.
It is no problem.
Hopefully you can watch afterwards because we're going to be talking about Captain America next. So.
Anyway, so.
All right.
Thank you. You all have a blessed night.
You too.
You as well.
Thank you. Bye.
Gotcha.
Bye.
Okay. I mean,
Benjamin Percy's other book is Punisher, right?
Yes, Punisher and Deadpool.
I got to see if he's doing anything with the Punisher stuff upcoming, because we got the Punisher Avengers arc.
No, he's doing that crossover with Punisher and Deadpool. That's supposed to be in crossover events.
Oh, okay. So he's okay. I need to see if he's doing the Avengers Punisher thing.
Okay.
Remember they also got the Punisher, the Predator Punisher. So I wonder if
I
he's
don't
writing those too.
I don't think I recall seeing his name on on those topics when I read those articles. So no, you know, now that I think about it, I think he would have been okay if he. I think he felt relieved if wasn't part of this event because like he already has his hands full with like several other books going on at the moment. You know,
Yeah, I
you
feel
got
like they wanted him to be a part of this event, but he was like, Punisher's popping off because no
yeah.
Punisher's the only book so far that's done well enough as a miniseries to justify
Mm-hmm.
becoming an ongoing. So that
Yep.
means Punisher is like super successful. So I can see him
Yeah.
wanting to focus more on the Punisher stuff than the Red
Mm-hmm.
Hulk stuff. Because while the Red Hulk stuff was good, it wasn't really getting a lot of the recognition he probably wanted.
Exactly, exactly. And you know, Deadpool's been consistently good as of late, you know.
Deadpool gonna
So
tell him regardless. He knows that for a fact.
and more and Marvel's also giving him his own leading his own universe with the Midnight Universe. So yeah, he has his
Yeah,
hands full, audience. He has his hands full. So
yeah,
I think he felt like he dodged a bullet with this whole event. So but yeah, anyway, we passed 45 minutes, so I think we should probably move on to the next book, Austin.
sure.
So, all right. Yeah, might as well stick on the ship train
I
here.
saw a picture from this, bro. When you get to it, it's gonna be very funny. If that was an issue before this, it's
Uh-huh.
just no. I have a lot to talk about when that lady shows up.
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. But that's gonna be in this book. So anyway,
Okay.
yeah, Chip Zdarsky's Captain America, issue number 13, audience, a book that knows well enough not to be part of Avengers Armageddon, audience. So Steve is literally as far removed as possible from what's going on in the event,
That would
audience.
That's my biggest issue with it because that's what it feels like he did it for. It felt like he knew Armageddon was gonna be controversial and stuff. He didn't know
Yeah.
how to fully write in time, so he said, "At least my book isn't gonna be jeopardized by it." It's like, motherfucker, it's your event.
I always feel like that's insulting. Well, you know, I will feel it's insulting if other writers had to stop what they were doing to write tie-in books to to your event. But then I gotta remember, like, wow, that Armageddon, Avengers Armageddon doesn't really, even though it's being labeled as an event, it doesn't really have any tie-ins, really. Like
No, yeah, I was very surprised.
the only one I think that was announced was that Black Panther and Namor one, but that was it. You know, this is an event
And
that
that's mainly
doesn't
because
feel
they
like an
had
event.
to.
Yeah, this is an event. This is an event that doesn't feel like an event. But then you gotta remember, Chip didn't intend for this to be an event. You know,
Yeah,
so yeah. I mean, for God's sakes, even the labeling of Avengers Armageddon, they gave it the Avengers Legacy numbering, audience. So this is really just more
yeah,
of a crossover between Captain America and Avengers, really. You know?
yeah. I thought it was going to be more like Avengers: No Surrender, where it was it was just a big moment
Mhm.
in the book that they felt was good enough to be an event. Well, it was
Yeah.
different. That one got
Yeah.
elevated to an event because it was selling well and people liked it. And this one got
Yeah.
just say you're an event now.
Wow. Just slap that event label, why don't you? But anyways, all right, we get the adventures of Captain America, who's in hell as he's teaming up with Doctor Doom and two random citizens of hell who are looking for a little redemption. And of course, because Mephisto senses Cap's goodness, he decides to kind of send his two most trusted allies. One being this mantis-looking demon person, and I'm not
I saw
talking
that
about
too.
Mantis
Oh,
from
what the
Guardians.
fuck is this
I was like,
thing, bro?
it's just a random design. Like it's like a mantis exoskeleton, like a
That's what I was
bug.
hoping. I was hoping it was a guy like a costume.
Yeah, if this person feels
This
like
a
they
bad
feel like
demon. It's just a
yeah,
regular demon. That's all. I'm not gonna
they
lie.
feel like they belong in Power Rangers, Austin. That's what it's
Yes,
giving me the sense of. Like,
it
what's
gives
this
man
person?
in a suit.
Yeah, like you just felt very offbeat from being in hell. But the one person who definitely felt like they belong in hell was Red Skull, who was more than happy to go hunt down Captain America. Right?
Red Skull got
And
lucky, by the way. So I found out. I went looking more into the devil stuff in the Marvel. I was, there's an actual Satan who isn't Mephisto, and his hell's like super hell.
wow. Oh,
Like there's
it's funny.
actual Satan. that the one above all mean.
Wow.
And Red Skull lucked out because Mephisto won his soul that he just didn't go to Superhill.
Jay, oh, Austin, it's funny you should mention that because, like, Red Skull he's doing this, but he kind of wants a little bit of reward for this, right? He's like saying, Red Skull's like saying, Red Skull is no lucky of hell. Let's see. I am more than aware that you, Mephisto, had to have made some sort of underhanded deal to pull me here. For you see, my people were to be rewarded greatly in the afterlife with the
Oh, so he
riches
made a
of
deal with him.
heaven. Like the Deadpool, oh no, sorry, Red Skull believed that like his people, the Nazis, were supposed to go to heaven. Like,
I actually like that. I like that level of
yeah,
delusion. I feel like real villains should have that, where they believe like, yeah, you think it's bad, but I fully believe in my heart that I'm doing the right thing.
exactly. Like, what's the old expression? Good intentions pave the way to hell. Like
Oh,
most people go to
the
hell.
way to hell is paved with good intentions.
Yeah, like people who go to hell don't really believe they're doing the wrong thing. So
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, basically Red Skull's doing this so the Nazis could go to heaven, audience. And
Oh, he's
Mephisto,
stupid.
yeah. Mephisto is like looking this and like saying, this is why I love you Nazis so much. Like, delusional even when the dirt is being shoveled upon your hated hearts. Oh my god. So yeah, that's pretty much Red Skull's motivation here. I like seeing Red Skull be written as a villain, audience. He,
Yeah.
that's my favorite version. Not
But like Red
when a
Skull's just
writer.
really lucky that he's such a tied to like a real life event that they can't
Yep.
even pull the bullshit. Oh, he's sympathetic. They can't even do that with him. You literally can't
Nope.
change his character. You can't make him
It,
less of a
if
villain than he is.
if anything, that should make him shine even more. Like, 'cause so many people these days are so used to villains being sympathetic or turning into anti-heroes, or there's a justifiable reason of them doing what they're doing. But Red Skull, no, hell no. So yeah. Okay, but anyway, as all this is going down, you have Captain America and Doctor Doom on their own adventures right now. Look, this is their Frightful Four, I guess. You have that dead lady in the back with a giant hand below her waist, and you have some random schmuck that they saved from eternal damnation in the bottom left hand corner. Okay, a bit underwhelming, but they're on a quest to go retrieve this like weapon from a blacksmith that could be
Oh yeah.
used
Because I
to
just
kill
remembered
Mephisto.
why.
Yeah.
I really wonder if he has a reason why he didn't just ask to be a Ghost Rider. Like, if you want to go back to
Who?
heaven, I mean, go back to like Earth and do stuff. I would even say make all my team Ghost Riders.
Oh, you're talking about Red Skull?
Yeah,
That would have
because
been cool. That would have been cool. No.
and because
Um,
he's such a fucked up person, you even like change his deal where he can only get good people from Mephisto. Like he can be such a unique. You're missing
mhm.
out.
You could have a bastardized version of Penance Sarah, audience. I got that. That's gonna be frightful in the hands of a Nazi. I gotta say. I'm just like a little bit sick and tired of Red Skull being seen wearing the Iron Man armor. I think that's played
Yeah,
out. Just give him something mystical like a flaming skull. So yeah. But anyway, regardless, going back to this, all right. So while they're Captain America, Doctor Doom, they're going to retrieve this weapon that forged by one of the blacksmiths there, which could defeat Mephisto. And we already saw the preview art for it. It's going to be a sickle, which felt so odd in Cap's hands. But then we go to Red Skull. He's flying on a dragon, right? He and that mantis looking Borg, they go the separate ways. They're going to track down Captain America uh, in their own way, and Red Skull goes to seek recruitment from some very familiar faces to him. That's right, audience. He goes to recruit the Nazis, and that kind of writes itself, audience. If you're in hell and and Red Skull's hunting down Captain America, well, guess what? Red Skull literally has an army in his back pocket, man, with all the
Yeah, he
Nazis.
got the perfect team out the gate.
Yeah. Then they're all more than willing to follow Red Skull. I mean, if you're that devoted to someone like Johann Schmidt, even when you're dead and in hell, and you still want to follow this guy, hey, that's devotion right
That's my
there.
thing. I'm like, bro, how do you spend years being tortured for what you did, and then still be like, man, I gotta go back to Red Skull. This was better. Like he led you down this path.
You follow his lie, man. Remember, Red Skull's promising all of them that if you do this, we're all going to go back to heaven. Oh man. So we'll see where that goes. But anyway, we go back to Captain America and Doctor Doom, and they do find the blacksmith, right? And I gotta say, it wasn't until I saw this, what he looks like, that I'm realizing this is really a Hellboy story. You know?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, exactly.
it's just weird, like that you put Captain America in this, you know? So, they find the blacksmith. Of course, he has a flaming axe. He has dark wings. He tries fighting off against all of them. He takes a swing at Steve, but apparently Steve's pure soul is enough for him to deflect the axe. Audience, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Remember, audience, Captain America is not supposed to be in hell. He's pretty much like their biggest weakness here, audience. He's so pure like that. Anyway, they fight it out. Captain America grabs the guy's axe, and during the fight, that's when that Mantis person comes in. And let me bring out the reveal of her. Let me read the exact intro. You're lost. She's looking at Doctor Doom. She's saying, "You're lost, love. The woman you sacrificed to hell for magical power. I am Valeria von Frozen, and I waited a long time for this." Now, who's Valeria?
People don't know. This was Doctor Doom's first love. Like, she was going to be like the Queen Latvia and everything.
Yeah.
And when Doom got in the situation, I believe it was during the fight with Mephisto, trying to get save his mom and stuff. But he ended up stranded with her. He killed her, turned her body into armor, and wore her to escape that place.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, man! What?
Like, you'll see a picture of Doom with like leather skin-looking armor. He's wearing her. That's that picture is.
That's fucking letter. He went.
And then he had the nerve to name Reed's daughter after her. And that's why I hate the relationship between him and Valeria, that they make her so like unyielding to his character, because he did that to the woman he loved the most. So him saying he loved you does not like guarantee he actually cares about you, or he won't use you to his own benefit.
That makes that whole relationship between Doctor Doom and Valeria seem even more freaky, man. Like, oh my god!
I know. I disagree. I think it tells you exactly what the relationship was supposed to be before they kept fucking it up. Where like he obviously using her to fuck with Reed. That's the only thing he would have had this kid use this kid for. And at the moment he needed to get rid of her or anything, he would do it in a heartbeat. They fucked it up by trying to make him actually care about this kid.
Yeah.
Or wanting you to believe he actually cares.
Look, I gotta say, audience, for all those who believe like Doctor Doom is like what, an anti-hero, or I want to go live in Latveria, this and that. Okay, do you want to look at this little moment in Victor Von Doom's life here, like where he killed his first love and wore her skin? Like, well, I just got new history buff on Doom here, more than I wanted to, but yeah.
So like early when like Valeria's first words were Doom and stuff, it felt like all this was leading up to this, like because Doom, like reading them, do not know about his lead. They do not know what he called her.
Okay.
So the whole thing felt like it was supposed to be like a ploy to reveal, like, yeah, I do care about your daughter, but I care about her for my own means. Like, it was never going to be more than this. And we were never going to be family. There's no good in me. All this bullshit you keep trying to do, They changed me. It was never gonna happen. That would have felt
Yeah.
like it would lead up to it, and they just never pulled the trigger.
Oh man, oh man. See what happens when you hand the baton on to a new writer audience and they do the same thing. Pass the baton. That's what happens. But yeah, we'll see. Again, it's just so funny that Chip Zdarsky literally removed his story arc with Captain America as far away from the event that was piled onto him, So we'll see what happens. Captain America's own Hellboy adventure audience, So yeah, yeah. Any final thoughts on this, Austin, before we move on?
Hold up. So I
Wait.
forgot. I have two phones now, so I can just post this other one, the picture in the Discord, so you can see it real quick. Things are
Oh,
actually
perfect.
reacting to him wearing his wife's skin and his girlfriend's skin.
Man,
Dude, Valeria armor.
I almost wish I could bring that up, man. Like,
I didn't. Oh yeah, I should have saw that when you were
you know,
that when we were
Victor
talking
Von
about
Doom,
today. I would have had the picture.
yeah, Victor Von Doom, you deserve those scars. I don't care what anybody says. Nah, you deserve to have your face
Valeria
in the world,
armor. Yeah, I finally found it. Okay, I'm about to post it.
Okay,
Just so you can see this bullshit. It's not even good looking armor, dude. That's the worst part. It's like if it was like
wow.
at least looking cool or like it did anything, I would like
Oh,
believe he had to do it.
to be fair, using someone's skin as a costume, man, I would
Go
expect
on the pics. Go on the
Yeah,
pics.
yeah.
Look at that.
Oh my god, dude! I'm looking
That's
at
her
that.
dead body right there.
Oh, you literally ripped all the organic tissue off of her body, leaving her down to bones in order to make this armor. Wow. Wow.
He used her veins and stuff to make the little stitch looking ports.
God, audience, God. And
And his final word to her, and I will always hold you close to me.
oh, good lord, dude.
There are
You see
literally
what?
parts of where he talked, and you honestly believe he might have a piece of this armor in his other armor after this.
That's freaky, audience. That is just.
This is the man that wants you to believe have an actual loving relationship with his worst enemy's daughter. By the way,
Let me bring up that picture. Let me upload it here for the audience to see, dude. Give me like a quick to do 15 seconds. To do uploading that. Right there, audience. Oh wait, no, there you go. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. This is the guy you all want to live in his country, audience. This is the guy who
he
should
did
rule
that to
the
the
world.
woman he loved. Think about what he would do to you.
Oh yeah, we know what he would do to you as a citizen, audience. But knowing what Marvel will probably do, they'll bring Doctor Doom back. They will have him take control of Latveria, and all those videos and recordings and pictures that were taking of Doctor Doom putting his citizens in cages and sucking out their life force. He'll probably blame it. He'll probably rewrite the history and say, "Oh no, that was actually Thunderbolt Ross who did that, not me." Yeah,
I forgot about it too. And people right now saw when we're on the Doom that part because that bit was so fucking long. If you want to see
Yeah.
what Doom was doing, then look up Rick and Morty, the Morty cage. That's basically what he was
Okay.
doing. If you know Rick
Oh
and
wow.
there's a scene Rick and Morty are fighting or looking for evil Rick, and they pull up to his
Yep.
house, and his whole house is covered with Morty's being tortured. That was basically what Doom was doing to increase his magic.
That's what he sees you citizens as, audience. That's who you all want to move to. That's the country you all
The
want to
people
move
he
to.
protect the most is what he did that to sell a lie to the rest of the world.
Yeah. Hey, I'm sure Hey, as farmers, y'all care about they all care about their cattle until the big day happens, audience. So yeah. Anyway, all right, we're past an hour. So, any final thoughts, Austin? Before we move on to your book?
Long live Valeria, I guess.
Hell have no fury
We
like a
really need that
woman's
issue. I
sword.
want her to come back to life as a Ghost Rider just to talk to the kid.
Yeah. I'm the person you were named after, Valeria. Oh, what? Dr. Doom says he loves you? Yeah, look at your future right
I
here. Like,
I guarantee you, Doom has this armor like hid up somewhere in his house. I feel like there's going to be a panel one day where she's going to go through his house and see a skin armor and be like, "What the
yeah,
fuck is
yeah.
that?" Oh no, that's your
Why
namesake, by the way.
why do I get the feeling he has schematics of doing this exact armor design, but for one Reed Richards?
I'm not gonna lie, I thought about it too. I actually would not.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea. And we do get another Doom for the future or from a different universe. Him using the Phantom 4 as armor pieces will be very cool.
It will be something. Yeah,
At least
yeah.
as a visual. Yeah, they should probably do
Mhm.
that.
That's true. Maybe in the Midnight Universe. Maybe in the Midnight Universe. But anyway, with that, we should probably move on to the next book. So, Austin, this is your book.
Yeah, Marvel Zero. Okay, people don't know this is their new teaser line for some stupid reason. Marvel for the
God.
last, I want to say since 2020, had their
Yeah.
perfect teaser line. They had a series called Timeless. This was because
Hmm.
Kang was supposed to be the next big bang in MCU, so they wanted to do a little bit more stuff with him. So
Yeah.
Kang was messing with time, and you'll see instances of the future comic books coming out over the course of the year. To be fair, not all of these comic books came out, or some
Oh,
only came out like 2 years later, but they still came out.
you you would
So you
think
had
like
instant
only
issues.
60%.
Go ahead.
60% of those glimpses actually came true audience, So
That's how we knew about like Marvel Dark Ages before that came out. We had another tease for
mhm.
Dark Ages sequel that never happened. Tom King or Tom Taylor, I don't remember which writer it was.
Yeah.
Uh,
Something
that's how we
like
found
that.
about like, a lot of stuff. Fantastic Four returning. Um, that I can't remember any other big things.
But
Danny coming back.
Bucky,
Danny coming back was in there in one of them.
yeah, Bucky shooting Captain America. That was one of the preview
Oh yeah, the
glimpses.
whole Revolution bullshit, all that shit happening.
Yeah.
Uh,
New Iron Fist. We were
yeah, the
supposed to
new.
get Mayday Spider Girl and T'Challa's
Yeah, that was
daughter.
supposed to be Dark Ages too, though. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
equal Dark
yeah.
Ages.
Hmm.
So whatever Tom King or Tom Taylor, I don't remember who the writer that was. That
It
never
was Tom
happened. They need to
Taylor.
do that. Yeah, they
It
need to
was Tom
finish that.
Taylor.
Uh,
It's amazing.
it was a big.
Tom King has not written a book for Marvel since his Visions runs and ended. So yeah.
Point is, it was a good way to tease books, but also have a story behind it. And each year we had at the beginning of each year or the end of each year, I think it was like every December, you got a
Yeah.
book that would teach the upcoming year and stuff. And it was following Kane's storyline, which was supposed to end in Avengers. But when Kane got opposite from the movies, they made Jack McKay change his story. So
Yep.
Kane's whole storyline that did not happen until the end. So
Mhm.
they switched the tease book from Timeless to Time Slide, what was Bishop and Cable running through time. And
I
then they just
recall.
didn't keep doing that for some reason, even though X-Men's popping off.
Yeah.
Time Slide wasn't that bad either. It was a lot more soap opera narrative, it's
Yeah.
X-Men. And that was kind of making it drag to read for teasers.
Yeah. Yeah.
The best thing it did
No.
was show how different Bishop and Cable's time travel is. Because you have Cable, like he's coming back really smooth, he's very clean. He had like all these built up apartments and all this money, so he could buy new guns, all this stuff. Bishop comes back in time, he had to live under a bridge, like he had no houses. He got built guns out of like trash and stuff at first. Before you can go get
Yeah.
some bit more stuff. I'm like, damn, bro, that's kind of fucked up. Cable, help your boy out.
Use your money wisely. Do some investments in the bank. Why don't you? Oh wait, what?
Cable
At what
gets
point in
smart.
time?
He goes back in time further first. Like, oh, I'm going back to like the 1800s. I'll do something here, and then so if I come back the time before this, after this, I
Money
just come here,
interest.
get the money, and use it for something else I need at that time.
That's the best time to do it because some banks nowadays, audience, if they notice that there's no transactions going on with your account, they would put it on hold. They will freeze that. Which is sad. Which is sad.
And that's why Deadpool robs Cable. At least he used to rob Cable a lot.
Hmm. Yep.
It'll force Cable to come back, go find out he's missing guns, and buy new guns. I'm just saying, keep his account active.
That's true.
But
So,
yeah, so that's the whole discourse behind this issue.
audience,
This
I'm a simple guy, audience. When I saw this in my comic book stand and I opened it up, I'm like, I'm not paying $5 for a glorified previous comic, audience. So that's the way I
I
saw
only
it
want to read it for
as.
2 stories, but I'm gonna lightly go over everything.
Go ahead.
First off with Spider-Man, and he's fighting a new villain called the Answer. He's a, and I'm like, who the fuck is the Answer? And
When I
it's a
saw
guy.
that,
I don't think I
when I
put
saw
what picture did I use? Yeah, Nick.
when I saw him, I'm like, wait, is that Buttrick the Leaper? Like he has a color
I
scheme.
thought that too at first.
The Answer? That's lame.
He's a genius mercenary guy who literally spawns new powers to answer any problem he faces. That's kind of OP.
Dude, he
He
wow, it
spawns
sounds
a
like
power.
Mhm.
What's your problem? Oh, my problem's not fighting Sentry. He would just make a new power so he can fight Sentry.
Dude, it sounds like you need somebody's help whose specialty is finding the weaknesses in all things to answer that. Yeah,
That would be a dope ass Karnak villain. That would be really cool. But that's why I kind of like him being a Spider-Man villain, because it's like, oh, well, Spider-Man is strong, but he's also still low level, so this guy won't become like overpowered to beat him.
yeah.
But this guy easily has Avenger level threat potential if done right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's trying to get them to answer the question, but the problem is that Spider-Man says he's not normally like this. Like he's freaking out for some reason. Spider-Man's like, bro, what question's happening? Like, what's going on? The answer doesn't take hostage because he's never stuck. So the fact that he's stuck trying to figure out an answer to a question implies that there's actual really big situation going on. What implies.
Okay.
And I thought that was a little nice touch as a new villain. But to be honest with y'all, I don't think the guy's going to show back up ever. But let's just say, Marvel does it a lot, especially in Spider-Man. I think Spider-Man Captain America get a lot of random people who will be fun to use, and writers don't use them next time they show up.
It's because the next set of writers want their new characters.
I want my classy stuff, bro. The Answer? No, I want to write the Scorpion today. Like, what?
Dude, man, when you told me his name was the Answer, all I was thinking about was, is this Marvel's way of making a parody of the question, man? Like,
I really like that, though. I wish he showed up back then. If he showed up back then, he would probably be a way bigger character.
Yeah.
He is not a character meant for modern day parody the question of all people.
that's
I'm surprised he got a face. But
all right.
He's trying to figure out what's going on. Obviously, he tried to save the hostage, but he swung them through a window and he takes down the Jameson's face. People know James and Peter are on good terms right now, but he's he's still freaking out. It's like, nigga, beat the bad guy. Stop trying to talk to me.
Remember, audience, Jameson is invited to the Parker cookout. So, man.
But he's still asking, the question he's asking is, what is real?
What? Okay,
my fundamental understanding of how the world works is challenged every day. Why? Mutants, and it's X-Men's fault, funny enough. Mutants are good, and then they're bad, and then they're heroes, and then they're villains. Who decides? This video shows the dogs picking the humans in the shelter, but it's all fucking AI, bro. What's real? What in the world is real?
It sounds like you and that wasn't that mutant's name who understands all languages.
Cypher.
Cypher. It sounds like he and Cypher need to have a long sit at a bar, man. Really, So wow.
I think this is interesting that he's having like a crisis about the world not being black and white. That's basically what it is. He's like, the X-Men or mutants are heroes and they're villains and they're doing good stuff, doing bad stuff. And he don't seem to be able to understand the complexity of humans and of life. It's not black and white, and it's fucking him up. I think that's kind of interesting. I wish a better writer wrote this book.
Who's writing this book again?
This is a regular Spider-Man person. It's just Joe Kelly.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Joe Kelly isn't a bad writer, but he's not a great Spider-Man writer. That's all I'm gonna say.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Yeah, got it.
and as he's trying to ask this question, Peter obviously started joking, like, "Bro, Jonah's manifesto was he's implying that the dude wrote J. Jonah James's biography and it's fucking him up." And he's like, "Bro, you're not listening to me." And then Spider-Man said the first step towards media literacy is not blowing up the media. And he's like, "You don't understand. I always have the answers. I always see a way out of a problem. And if I can't find a way out of a problem, my power is to make a way out of the problem." I'm still talking. I'm still on the podcast, right? I have to make sure.
Yeah.
But nothing makes sense. Nature versus nurture argument, quantum versus Newtonian versus Richardson science argument, impossible. He's angry. He's not angry. He's scared. He's basically having an existential crisis. He can't figure out the biggest answer of all. What is the purpose of life?
God damn, dude.
The answer to a world of lies is to start the world over. And I did like that. This is such an interesting thing. I wish it wasn't in a random tease book by Joe Kelly.
Sounds like too.
And Spider-Man is probably not the best, the person to be answering this question for him. They could be a Fantastic Four villain with this quality of powers and stuff.
Yeah. This kind of reminds me of. It's like when I saw Buttrick the Leaper get told by Gwenpool that you're a comic book character living in this world, right? This has been going on since since the 40s. And then Buttrick has to ask, then what really is the purpose? The world is no safer now than it was when Captain America was fighting the Nazis. What really is the end goal? What really is the end goal here?
It's an interesting conversation. This is not the best place to have it. And Peter basically tagged him to a wall, but he really is giving the dude a hug. He's like, "Bro, the world is wild right now. It's wild and so big. Multiply that by the opinions of like neck beards or microphones and Twitter and all the other stuff. Out of that, it's a lot to like deal with for a person who sees the answer and everything. So imagine like you're looking like you're scrolling down TikTok or like Twitter, and you see like every question, every opinion, and your mind automatically comes to an answer. That would drive you insane. Just dealing with life on that type of level in a social media was fucking this dude up. And he's like, I don't think and the guy tells him, I can't find answers. I don't even think I know what questions to ask anymore. And he's like, "Bro, I feel you, man. Welcome to life. When I get lost and all, I go small. You just got to pick just one thing that you know to be true. A Planck's constant, the speed of light is, blah, 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 blah. Ice cream tastes better when it's a little bit melted." And the guy's like, "It does." He's like, "So instead of focusing on the stuff you can't answer, when shit get hard, you got to remember the stuff you know for a fact that is true for you as a person."
Aww.
And I was like, "It's actually a really good message. I wish it wasn't in this fucking random tease book people aren't going to read." Like I said, I feel like this event killed this guy. I just want this villain could have been a bigger thing. And they put him in this of all things.
Wait, just to clarify, this is just giving you like a couple pages from an upcoming actual issue of Spider-Man, right?
I don't think it's an upcoming issue. I think it's supposed to lead into a future issue.
Okay.
So honestly, the guy and him shake hands, and he's like, "Thank you, Spider-Man. I owe you." And then he disappears, and then that's the end of the tease. The next page after this was showing that this happened at the same time that the other guy found out he was related to May Parker.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So it was basically a prequel to that issue.
Yeah, got it.
And I was like, "Bro, this should have been your main book. Why is it a side thing? This is the best thing I see you write since I've been reading this book."
You expect Marvel to give all the top quality stuff to the main Spider-Man book? They know the public's gonna buy it regardless.
Bro, I really don't want this guy to come back. You put this dude like as a hero or a villain, like work like richer people, like the Matt Thinker or somebody. I feel like you could do a lot with this character. Bro.
I feel like Jake will really appreciate a character like this. So
I really would. I really think he would. So the next tease obviously for Queen of Black. People don't know. Look, people don't know. Noel did all this bullshit and became the God of Light, and Hela took his power and became the God of Darkness or Symbiote or whatever the fuck. But None of that shit matters. So you want to read anything about this book? Just read the Noel miniseries. That miniseries is funny as fuck. The Noel series is the most unintentional comedy Marvel's ever done. I laughed every issue of that 5-issue book.
He did all
I
this. I
would
can
still
vouch.
never get over here and be like, "Oh, I'm the god of nothing," and there's nothing in the room. You walked out the room, so I'm reading the room. Like his way of breaking down his powers was the funniest shit of all time.
Oh wow. Yep, I vouch. He's laughing. But all right, this is the other picture
I
that
don't
you gave.
understand why this event exists. Besides, obviously, trying to have Venom do something big this year.
Mm-hmm.
Because everything leading up to this, and now we know for a fact that MJ's not going to be Venom after this event either. It's like, what is going to happen with this event? And literally, the whole tease is literally just, oh, look, it's Venom people in London, it's Venom people in New York, it's Venom people attacking in this place. And it's like, motherfucker, we're in the middle of Armageddon. What are you talking about? And it's happening while the big heroes are away, and that's why we have like the weird teams. Like Spider-Man said, oh, I can't be like in Avengers Armageddon because I'm doing this with like the Spider people. I guess.
Mm-hmm. This is what happens when everybody. This is what happens when they want to give everybody their own events audience in Marvel. You know, you would think there would be a collision going on. No, I want that to happen one day, man. Like you have like 3 events going on, and they have one tie-in book that's literally a tie-in to every separate event. You know, like
it also doesn't help that all these events or all the teasers are to like random issues too. Like the Spider-Man tease was for an issue that already came out, right?
Yeah.
We talked about it like a week or 2 ago. The Queen of Black one's happening soon. I think that's like next week. The one for Hulk, which is the one after this, that's like we don't know when this part's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
There might be a part of Hulk War for all we know. But what's the next photo I sent? Let me see.
It's
right here. Now this is perfect. This is perfect. So we brought this up when we got the first pictures for the Midnight line, and that's why I mainly want to talk about the teaser as well. As you can see, the Fantastic Four are monsters here. People don't know, Sue is a very, as you can see, Sue is a translucent dragon, and she got turned to all the heroes got turned to monsters. People don't know. Yeah. We don't know when it takes place. We won't even know if it takes place. Don't worry about it. Don't ask questions.
Yeah.
Human Torch got turned into a live sentient fire. The Rock is a clearly sentient giant rock monster, and humans and Reed Richards turned into the Blob, basically. And I was looking at this, I was like, motherfucker, why wasn't this the absolute the Midnight line?
It seemed like a missed opportunity there, you know.
And you tell us the Midnight line is supposed to be like this darker version of stuff and everything, and then I look at your Fantastic Four and they look weird, of course, but they don't look that bad. This is what I was expecting. I was expecting monsters, and turning them to kaijus basically is will be like very interesting considering who their villains are and Galactus and all that stuff. Because you look at the Midnight Fantastic Four picture, they turned Galactus into a Lovecraftian being.
It's amazing they set the standard of horrificness in the Infernal Hulk book, except the Midnighter ones. But hey,
that's what everybody thought. Like the Midnight was going to be like the alternate universe of whatever the Hulk, like this monster Hulk, about to do. And the whole world been monstrified. Because I sent you the next picture that we also talked. So, but before you go to the next picture, don't go yet.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, you can, if you're already there, okay. I didn't want to go to it yet because we have a page before that. We see Miles, Elektra, and Briggs, and all the other heroes in New York react to the heroes in the Marvel right now. What's going on? And you see Bailey Briggs in terror. And you see Captain America's body pierced with the skulls and all the other stuff. Bro, and then you see the spider, you see them reacting to like Spider-Man being like melded into a giant spider and the Iron Man and stuff, but they don't know what to do. It's him, Miles, Elektra. Like, of course, Miles can probably fight some of these things, but he can't fight them and protect Bailey. And Bailey's clearly not ready for the monster-fied Avengers. No, it's not even Elektra. It's the other Spider Girl. So he's literally the Spider Kids. looking for Peter, only to see Peter turn to a giant spider monster.
Which is ironic because you would think Bailey would blend in with all the monster stuff going on. So
No, not these big monsters.
I mean, they have to have offspring that start as little monster babies. Bailey, I don't think could blend in. So
We'll see. Actually, that might end up him being part Spider might actually help him with the Peter situation. To be fair, but now but Hulk finally lands, and he lands right in front of Bailey, breaks in him. Obviously, Miles steps up obviously because he's like, bro, what the fuck is this thing? Because Miles had not seen Hulk yet.
yeah.
But Hulk dialogue says, What's a nobler ruler than Vlad Dracula, savior of Romania? What's a mightier champion than the Goliath?" I'm like, nigga, they all lost. But he was like, instead of showing the story from their point of view, where like Dracula's the hero, because people don't know Dracula did not start off as like a terrible guy.
Yeah,
he was a bad guy, of course, to enemies, but he was pretty good for his own people, like Vlad Dracula, the actual person.
Yeah.
They named Goliath. If you're reading like the David Goliath from his point of view, he just protecting his people the same way David's protecting his people.
Oh.
He's being an asshole about it. Of course, he's big as fuck. He's just throwing people in there. But the end goal is the same. I'm fighting for my people.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, the world chose Perseus. They chose the scheming Odysseus. They chose blustering Gilgamesh. These are heroes of the epics. Obsidian's obviously the hero of the Odyssey. But if you have to read the Odyssey from like Troy's point of view, the people he's attacking, he basically just snuck in and killed them all in their sleep, and they got rewarded for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like from their point of view, it's like you chose these scheming and fucked up heroes, as instead of like the actual people from his point of view who are the good guys. And he's like, no more. When the birds feed this time, the tails will be ours to tell. The age of monsters is here, and the monsters are the good guys. I have taken those I call monsters
and
made them heroes. Go to the next photo.
What's the old expression, audience? History is written by the victors.
Yeah. He said, I took those monsters that people fear and hated, and I turned them into heroes.
Oh, God, dude. God.
So hopefully by that statement, they're not actually the Avengers.
No,
I ain't gonna lie, bro. If I got turned to the dance of Spider-Man, I'm retiring for a while, bro. After this, you know what I mean? Like, let Miles take up the slack. But you see, you can't see it from this angle. I forgot to get another picture for you, Cryptid. But Captain America is crucified. He is crucified through the chest, through the hands, and he's on like a platform that's being carried around.
Wow.
But
with how horrific this is looking, I'm surprised they didn't just skin Captain America alive and have that be and wave that like a flag.
Yeah, I was really surprised they do the whole. He just like monster, and just like skin his face and make him Red Skull.
Yep.
But this is our first real HD version of this picture. We done show this picture multiple times, so we get our first actual look at these monsters and why he did it. And I think Hulk is a sleeper book. I feel like you're reading Hulk, obviously you enjoy it and you think it's good. But if you weren't reading Hulk, I think the best example of this one when I read the issue and Tevye was in the call. I mean, in the comments, because for me and you who's been kind of keeping up, what we're saying makes sense. Well, just dropping in a Hulk, like, what the fuck? What do you mean the blood of God is in this tree? And it's like it's something you have to experience to truly enjoy. So I hope people don't see these photos and then immediately just jump into the book, because you're not going to understand. You're not going to like it.
If it's this good, audience, it's worth going back from the beginning of issue 1, audience. So yeah.
The next tease was for Avengers Armageddon. Funny enough.
Ah, yes.
So we got.
I thought that was in the beginning of it. I thought that was already in issue number 1 of Avengers Armageddon.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand the teasers of this book. Why are some of them in the past and some of them now?
Yeah.
Because this is really when they first fought Red Hulk. They beat him and then he restarted time. And he beat them and then, Reed came in and beat him. And he had to restart time again. Okay, using Doom thing. Doom has people don't know. Doom had a machine where you can set like a save point basically. So when he lost, if he can press the button, he can reset to that time and just try it again.
I still remember that when Reed hacked into that machine, and instead of going back to his safe spot, Doctor Doom went back like a second before he got punched by Thing. So he had to go through that over and over, pretty much for eternity until the machine ran out of power.
But we had a page here I forgot to send you, or at least I don't think I sent you. But it's the Red Hulk. It's a flash forward, and a Red Hulk talking to the UN.
Okay. Wait, is it
And he's
this?
like
What?
3 years. Oh wait, let me come back.
Is it this?
Oh yeah, this is it. So this is 3 years after that fight.
Oh, okay.
And he was like, it was like less than like 7% of the world's countries had a full and robust democracy. And I'm here to announce that every place on the world is now full democracy.
What?
Yeah, so whatever he did, he won, and he made every place basically have presidents and stuff. There's no more dictators and that stuff, except for his place, I assume. But
based on where we last saw Red Hulk, like I assume they're factoring in.
Unless he took over every country in the whole planet, like now America, and he's like their sworn-in president at the moment.
Like, look, I don't know how that makes sense on a fundamental level. Like, okay, if you go to other countries and have them elect their own presidents, like they're all gonna have different agendas. Y'all realize, you know that, right, Ross? You know
Yeah,
that, right,
but to be fair, if I had an army of Hulks and I beat all the Avengers stuff and the X-Men and stuff, I probably would be like, he got it. Wherever he wants. Like,
okay.
Your only heroes now, what, the Winter Guard? I'm not trusting the Winter Guard to fight Red Hulk, to be honest with you. I'm not doing that. My problem with it is he says 100%. That means he beat Wakanda, and I don't believe that.
Whoa.
Wakanda at this right now, at this point, is probably the strongest it's ever been. Because, like, you remember, had the space thing with the 5 galaxies. The solid king of both now, too. So, it's not like he can't just make them come down to attack when he needs to. And then we saw Black Panther casually fighting like a stronger version of regular Hulk. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah.
So I'm not really buying that he attacked Wakanda or convinced. To be fair, he probably convinced Wakanda to give up T'Challa again because if they can do it for Namor, they'll do it for Red Hulk.
Gotcha. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So the idea that he won, and he's talking all this like good shit too. Here's saying some would say that my methods negate that the Red Tower is the authority and head of the world. So basically, the Red Tower is basically like his headquarters, obviously. But it's more like Avengers Tower. I'm watching it's like if the Avengers were also like that sword of Shield.
Yeah.
So like, Nick Fury, the king of the world, and the Avengers are his main force that he sent down situations. That's how he makes sure each place stays democracy, I guess.
Wow.
That's stupid. But
I feel
like what was the Avengers and their colleagues? We are what the Avengers and their colleagues should have been. What they failed to live up to. Superpowers ensuring that you, the people, have real power. This is your world. Now go make it a good one.
Okay.
So he's basically saying, as long as you're being living up to the idea of what America should have been, then you can have your country and do whatever you want. And not whatever you want, but you can be quote unquote in charge.
Right.
And if you don't, I'm gonna send down the whole force to fuck you up.
Oh man. Yeah.
I do like the idea that I think this should have been in the main book. Like I said, but it does show that he does have quote unquote good intentions. And he's not so misguided in what he's doing right now. They showed 3 years he technically did what he set out to do, and the world is at quote unquote peace. Even if it's like the Not Doom thing where it's at a heavy hand at the at the helm of it. Yeah. And then you get the future story where he's looking like Eggman for some reason. And you see the Red Tower in the background. It's a really ugly looking tower, I'm not gonna lie to you.
God, yeah.
By the dialogue, he says rumblings that the nomads in India are forming a new government. I'm like the nomads. I'm like, thinking that
What?
the former Captain Americans become nomads again? That'd be actually be
Oh,
a cool ass thing.
okay, and this is just
If the only
another.
America that stands is like
Mhm.
the new America, and all the Captain Americans say, "Nah, fuck that, we're going to be men without countries." I think that's an interesting
Uh-huh.
story part, but I don't see
I
Steve giving up his symbol for that.
Okay, look, this is what I was what was scratching my head and like when we were talking about Avengers Armageddon issue number two audience. You introduced like the Winter Guard, like felt like an out of nowhere X Factor. Now you come into this preview right here. Now there's a future storyline. That's another unknown X Factor. I'm like, what's going on here? I'm just getting very confused by
And
what this
uh,
is.
apparently, the team called the Red Watch. He made sure he sent them down to make sure stuff goes smoothly. Even if it ends up being 1,000 people scavenging in the dirt, it needs to be done correctly. And
Yeah.
elections are finished as of yesterday. Do we lift the war ban with Russia?
Uh huh.
So he
What?
really just shadow manipulating everything. Oh yeah, and he also
Mhm.
mentioned this. Have you thought more about the new Krakoa situation? So in order to keep the
Oh
mutants
god.
place safe, it looked like he gave them an island.
Which is something that happened during Secret Empire, Paul. So I'm gonna beat the mutants by giving them what they want, their own territory. So okay,
But Red Hulk ends up saying he need to go talk to a friend, and also this is Steve Rogers. And I was like,
yeah,
yeah, because Steve Rogers would be the only Captain America that would not give his symbol of old America. Uh,
yep,
I can see Sam doing it only because, like, we know he's still fighting.
uh huh,
And no, it's not like Captain America has been Nomad before. I could see
yep, yep.
Sam willing to do that, but Steve
Mhm.
and U.S. Agent probably be the last two to do that.
Oh, definitely.
I'm like every other Captain America. You can make an argument if it's like, oh, for the greater good, they still need me around. I can't be afford to be locked up. I can see him doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that's one of the reasons it makes Sam, a different Captain America than Steve. For better or
Okay.
worse, it depends on what character, if you like the character or
Yeah.
not. But
Yeah.
we see Steve and him talk, and they're talking about the Battle of Skamaria, which is Silver Sabre's home. It was like
Okay.
so I guess that's where he just was. They were fighting wherever battle he just came from was they were fighting there, and he had them feeling nostalgic, and he feels gracious and dangerous things for old. Nostalgia is a dangerous thing for old soldiers like me and like you. Once again, I'll be
Mm-hmm.
happy to put you in better accommodations and a guarded suite, even after the shit you pulled in Montana. So Steve already had broke out and made an uprising in Montana, even if he got captured again. That's how
Wow.
ineffectual you'll become. Captain America, you're just an old man. It's taking swings,
Mm-hmm.
a minor threat, needing a minor surveillance. I think just threat tells
Mm-hmm.
them, I'll never stop. You know that, right? You may as well kill me like the rest. So that means the Avengers are straight up dead. They're dead. They died in that
Wow.
battle.
Wow.
You might as well just kill me like the Mad King you are. You put us into graves, into prisons, and let the world go to hell. How can you stand it? How can you think this is the right thing after all this time, after all this destruction?
Mm-hmm.
That's usually what happens when people talk about like forced peace, but it only works
Yeah.
for a short amount of time. There's always
Mm-hmm.
once you force peace, there's always people who just by like definition will fundamentally hate you for it because you forced them
Mm-hmm.
into it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
What's
Red
the
Hook
old
tell him like you
expression,
still don't
audience?
get it. Go ahead.
The old expression, the price of freedom is constant vigilance. Well, that's
Yeah,
extreme. Yeah.
that's why, like I said, I tell people all the time, if you want a good you want a good movie that talks about like the idea of the government having too much power or taking too much power away. Captain America: The Winter Soldier definitely the perfect film for that. But they sort of
Mm-hmm.
tell you we can give you peace. Like there won't be like people on the street shooting and all that, but you have to give up basically all your rights to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't know
Um,
every kind that's going on if I have to wait for
mhm.
you to like it to happen. You to call me and tell me it's happening. The way it just
Yep.
happened.
Yep.
We need to be in your house. We need to be outside your door. We need to be in your grocery store. We need to be everywhere. We need to be in your phone. So anything, the moment anything happens, we automatically know, and we can
We
hit
need
fix it one way or another. Whether
we
fixing it
need
is
we
good for
need
you or bad for you.
we need an AI determining whether you're going to be a hero or a villain. Basically. Yep. So yeah.
But but he tells them, man, you still don't get it. The man who should have represented freedom. The world is struggling, yes, but it's a hell of its own making. and maybe one day it'll be a heaven. That's democracy. I kind of like that idea, not like the way it's going down, obviously, but I did. He's like,
Yeah.
I took over and left it in humans' hands full on. So if it ends up being good or bad, it's on them. It's like, bro, but you started this. Like, I get what he's trying to say, but this is not the best way to do this message.
Mhm.
And they're like, Steve tells him that's not democracy. It's tyrants with money and power manipulating people. And he said they still had their freedom, the freedom to choose to fail, and a lesson learned from failure. They to maybe rise again. No kings or queens or mutants deciding what's wrong for everybody. Planet America is ongoing project, Catherine. And unlike you, I had the long view.
Whoa. Well.
As Steve said, so do I. And my view had you ruined 1,000 feet under the ground, buried 1,000 feet under the earth that you helped kill. For Carol, for Tony, for Peter, all the Avengers do die in that picture. We see them laid out.
Yeah. Is it?
And as it goes on, we go to now, and Rambo is being told that the Avengers are coming to fight him.
Wait, you mean like before the last issue?
This was the last issue, yeah. So what this reveals that he not only was he doing like the reset thing, he was using Doom's time platform to see the future.
Yeah.
So if in a timeline where if he wins, this is what would happen.
Oh, okay.
So that's what this teaser is. So from his point of view, he already seen the future. He like, for better or worse, I achieved what I wanted to do, and that's why he's so resolute in it. So the question is it only because he did not? Because remember, the thing he said specifically, he did not see David Coulson coming.
Yeah, which was apparently.
So that means that this is So that means because the founder century benefit outside of space and time, so he could not see a future where David attacked him, or is this despite what David did? All he does is give more justification of what Ross is trying to do in the future.
Right.
Audience, we're not going to talk.
Audience, do you really see? Do you really consider Red Hulk at this point as part of the Cap family, with like interactions and dialogues like this? You know,
I think he could have been an interesting Cap villain.
Yeah,
like if you wanted to make him an actual Cap character, I feel like he could have had an interesting Cap villain. Because obviously, he's just another version of Super Soldier gone wrong situation.
Because it's like it doesn't help the fact that it's been a while since we've seen Red Hulk in an actual Hulk book, or at least have relevance, So
yeah, even in Immortal Hulk, when all the Hulks were coming back to life, he came back to life off screen and came back in a Hulk book, in a Cap book.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. So, it feels like Cap. It feels like Hulk did a full transition into being a Cap character now. So
yeah,
just like the two sides of the same coin, sort of side to it. I can see why Marvel decided to do that. So yeah.
Okay, we got one more thing, and then we'll do the last book. It shouldn't take that long. The last book won't be that long.
Okay.
So
gotcha.
The last one, I skipped the X-Men story. We did not care. The last story here is the tease for Doom Quest. And since I'm doing Doom Quest, I'm going to go ahead and talk about this. So,
go ahead.
It's Dr. Doom talking about... It's a Doom bot, I think, talking about how he used to be that Dr. Doom. He was the greatest man on the planet. He conquered nations as easily as he conquered hearts and minds. He was power manifested, unassailable, some other word, and unstoppable.
Yeah.
And we see this Doombot talk to the real Dr. Doom, and he's basically telling the world how Dr. Doom left him in charge before he went to the final battle because obviously he thought he might die, or he said in case anything goes bad, there's obviously need to be a Doom in Liberia because Doom is predicting that Liberia will eat itself because that was the point. If I can't have my country, you can't have my country.
Yeah.
So, say you want Doom, it was smart of Doom and what he wanted to achieve. It's a shit situation he did. But for a man with that type of ego, obviously he won't let Liberia survive so you can make it better than he did.
Of course.
So, I don't know. It's just a funny-ass statement.
Mhm.
We see this Doombot left Latveria to do one of Doom's random other plans. And as this went down, the Avengers, well, Iron Man, She-Hulk, and Reed basically broke in and started destroying all the Doombots, looking for something. This
Okay.
basically like this whole book is from the Doombot's point of view, but all he's doing is really like glazing Doom. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's
So I'm kind of
good.
skipping
Why
over some
not?
dialogue. I just thought it was interesting to see how like this outside look about Doom talking about himself. And he was like, I needed weeks of travel, manipulation, and bribery, but I arrived at where I ended up where I need to be. And I worked to connect colossal power grids that were never intended to work together, never meant to be built together, and I made them work. And that's what Doom does. Then an
Yeah.
urgent message for other Doombots identical to myself outside the control room told me we were attacked. The connections I've
Mhm.
been building will take hours to manifest, hours to work. It is time I no longer have. So whatever Doom
Mhm.
was planning in the background, while before they came to fight him, the Doombot was
Mhm.
setting up. And he's like, I will make sure Doom's plan succeed, even if it costs me my life. So I assume this is why Doom, going through time in Doom Quest.
Oh, okay,
The
okay.
question is, we know Doom Quest was supposed to happen. We know Doom and Hell was not supposed to happen. So are they happening at
Mhm.
the same time, or are there two different Dooms right now?
Uh, you would think that would be something that the editorial should be handling, but I think they're just like, better just do whatever you want at this point, you know? So why be bongled down by continuity, you know? So yeah, yeah.
So all the Doombot dies pulling the Deadpool 3, by the way, where he had like the antimatter and dark matter scene.
Yeah.
So the Doombot basically doing that by himself to connect the two power sources to make sure all the power goes to Latveria. And
Hmm.
they're like, Reed, tell me we stopped in the time. He's like, no. All this power, the CESA, the ENCSOE, both Chinese grids, all flow briefly but fully into Latveria. And they're like, that's
Hmm.
more than enough power to work Doom's new time machine.
Ooh.
Victor is about to rewrite all of history in his image, and we need to get Latveria and stop him now. And they're like, do we need anything? Do we need the bot for anything? He's like, there's nothing of value here. It's just another Doom bot. And you actually read it from his own Doom bot's whole point of view. It's like, this kind of sad.
It is,
Because he
man.
was not just another Doom
Wow.
bot, bro. He was kind of cool, bro. Seeing it from his point of view was kind of interesting. I didn't want to, I think it's something y'all need to experience for yourselves, but I cannot justify you buying a cheese book. So read this book online.
Yeah, yeah,
It's the
yeah.
final cheese book of the thing, bro. It's a
Hmm.
very good insight on how Doom prepares his Doom bots.
Hmm.
And why how even though they're more sentient than most, they still stay more noble. The reason I say more sentient
Right.
than most, you do have the some that goes rogue and think they're actual Doctor Doom, like the guy
Hmm.
from what is it, the Runaways,
Okay.
Victor, who
Vic.
literally is a Doom.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah.
But I think that's my favorite little teaser because it sets up the Doom quest really well. Like I say, it leads the question of is this canon or not? Like, what's going on? When did this take place? Are there two
Wow.
Dooms? One in hell, one in like space. Uh, I mean, one in space and time because Doom's soul,
Hmm.
wherever he did, split his soul or something. I don't know. Let's go to the last
Oh,
book.
oh, and let's not forget that Kid Doom, that clone.
Oh yeah,
That
this
was the guy
kid
from.
Doom. Well,
God
maybe
damn.
that's him. Maybe he's like the whole point of sending the powers so the dude can go through the time machine or something and then come back as real Doctor Doom. Who knows?
I know, right? But anyway, yeah, I think that's the end for this book. Like, let's move on to the
Yeah,
next book. Then. So,
this will not
yeah,
take that long.
I think this is the long. Man, we've only been talking about the 4 books today. I think this is the longest we've been on just minimal books. You know?
I told you that these was going to be a lot. That's why I said I'm only going to do those two.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. Go
Um,
ahead.
Godzilla versus Multiverse is the last part of the three-parter of Godzilla versus Marvel. Godzilla versus it was Godzilla versus the Marvel Universe. Godzilla kills the Marvel Universe, and that's Marvel, and now Godzilla conquers the Marvel Universe. And
Okay. Okay.
the book starts off with the Watchers obviously looking at the situation. So they let people know, oh, Godzilla fucked up New York. Then he fucked up the Rainbow Bridge in Asgard. Then he fucked up Latveria. And then he's just fucking shit up. And now, of all people, Spider-Man and Doctor Doom are teaming up. And it's Miles Spider-Man. And then Miles jump out the window talking about Avengers of Doom assemble.
Whoa. Oh, whoa.
And it's because Doom is teaming up with all the heroes left available to help this situation. And it's him, Doom, Miles Morales, Johnny Storm, Ghost Rider, Man-Thing, Punisher, Emma Frost, Kane the Conqueror, and I believe this is one of the trolls that build shit in Asgard.
Okay.
And I was like, bro, this is the most random people page of all time. And I feel like the writer said, "Oh, who's your favorite people to write?" He said, "I got you." And you just
You
know, and the reason I say this, people don't know, they're fighting a Godzilla who has the the Null symbiote on, by the way, and who's been taking over and destroying universes.
Of course.
Yeah, the Null found Godzilla when he got teleported to space. He said, "Hey, yo, these people fucked you up. These people fucked me up." So they did team up and fuck them up. And that's how that happened.
Yeah. Didn't you have a giant symbiote dragon at one point? No. Oh.
I'm actually surprised they have not gave Godzilla wings.
Yep.
But Kang's here obviously because, them fucking up the time and up the timeline is bad. It's like undoing his future. And he's not gonna let anyone else be king if he can't be king.
Yeah.
Kane the Conqueror, the Master of Time, we need to bend the progression of our existence to undo the enslavement of the universe. Mutantums, White Queen, Emma Frost. We need a telepath, basically. So basically, they're hunting other kaiju to help fight Godzilla while they figure out what to do.
Okay.
And funny enough, Doom is pointing at them like he's pointing them out to Spider-Man, just in case Spider-Man doesn't know. So they're like, "Bro, stop pointing at me. This shit's getting weird." Jonathan Storm, the Human Torch, here to physically coerce the monsters. And I was like, "You want him to flirt with him? What the fuck does that mean?"
Oh God.
He literally just means, "Oh, well, you're gonna shoot fire to make them go certain directions and shit."
Okay. I thought it's more understandable.
I thought he did too. Ghost Rider, your talents as the All Rider. People don't know. Robbie Reyes in the Avengers book became the All Rider, which he can just basically just hop on any animal, anything that can move, and then become the Ghost Rider of that thing. Like that's his car now. He did it to a Celestial. He did it to like a symbiote thing before. He for some reason can do it to anything. Unlike any other Ghost Rider. Frank Castle the Punisher. I need a man with good resolve, who understands what needs to be done, and just in case shit goes down, I know Punisher gonna try to finish the mission regardless.
Sure, why not have Punisher since we're heading to the age of punishment audience? So yeah.
And Punisher said, and after and just know if we win, me and you gonna have a talk after this.
Okay.
And Man-Thing, the nexus of his Man-Thing and his nexus of realities are the key to breaching the multiverse. Basically, he opens up the multiversal door and everyone goes through it.
Yeah.
And since Man-Thing likes baked goods, I help my finest chef, I'm baker, and let Barry hit to make him food. And that's why this other guy's here. And Peter Miles is like, and why am I here? Well, you're here because you're Spider-Man. That's it. And
because you have the Venom Blast. Oh, yeah.
You're here because Spider-Man usually is there when people win. So there you go.
Yeah.
And as this is going on, obviously, Doom has basically got the kaiju to start fighting. And the two kaiju that are fighting right now, that he's trying to recruit to help fight Godzilla, are Rodan and Giganto. If you don't know, Giganto is the big mole person that Mole Man usually commands. Usually, the mom of all of the molings people.
Yeah.
I think it's either the mom of the molding things, or there's another race underground that just get what they look like. But obviously, so once you see that, it's like, oh, Johnny is here because he has history with Giganto.
Yeah.
But sorry, I'm trying to make sure I can get kicked out of the call.
No, you good.
As this goes down, Rodan and Giganto are fighting. He scratches out Giganto's eye. He even slits Giganto's throat. It was like, oh my god damn, bro. Rodan is way stronger here than he is in the movies. And as
Whoa.
it falls down, a metal Fing Fang Foom shows up.
Want me to show the next picture?
Yes. And I was like, bro, what do you need a metal Fing Fang Foom for?
When I saw that, I'm like, wait, did Iron Man just invent an Iron Man armor for Fing Fang foam? I didn't know that. I didn't think that
That's
was just
what I
a
thought.
giant
I was like,
robot.
I can't tell if it's a real Fing Fang Foom with Iron Man armor, or you just made a giant armored Fing Fang Foom for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
But
Wow.
as you see, he lays down Rodon pretty easily.
Uh-huh.
But who do you think is flying this, by the way?
Iron Man, of course. Is it both of them have
No, the
connections?
reason I was so happy you read that Captain America issue because the person piling this is Red Skull. Because this is from that multiverse.
Wait, what?
I
Wait, the rest,
thought I had the picture, but it would not load. But there's a
the rest.
universe where Red Skull is piling this robot Fing Fang Foom, and he's hunting down kaiju's.
Okay.
And they're
I'm
like,
surprised
Red Skull, I hate him in any universe. And he's like, what a bad universe when Red Skull is the last hero standing.
I mean, I'm surprised he didn't. He didn't change Fing Fang Foam's color to his color scheme. But okay, okay. So,
And well, to be fair, he does not seem like a Nazi yet. We'll see if he is, but
okay.
he's just Red Skull. You know, he has a Red Skull, and
Yeah.
they're trying to read his mind and see, if he's a good guy or bad guy. And he's like, ever since I start reading my like, yo, I need you to. I have a simple request for you, please. Join us right now. And he's like, stay out of my head, witch.
Yeah.
I wanted Witch to be here for that line. I just want you to know that. And
yeah.
we see him climb out of the Fing Fang Foom head because he's trying to attack them, and Frank just domes him. I thought that was funny.
No.
And that's the end of the last hope of that universe, Red Skull.
He's dead. Oh wow.
We see this really cute kaiju thing. I didn't know anything about it, so I didn't get the picture. I don't know what this thing is. It's pink for some reason. So now they have a metal Fing Fang Foom. And I do think they just turned the real Fing Fang Foom in armor, bro. I think they killed him and turned him in armor. Like how they used to turn Mecha Godzilla into Mecha Godzilla type thing.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And they're like, we're letting a child take a pet for this universe. And he's like, of course not. I took this fashion in. Wait, no, I summoned Spider-Man for a reason. And so if Spider-Man wants that pet thing, he can have that pet thing. And that just tells you he honestly thinks Spider-Man's the key to win this battle.
Wow. Because Lord knows Peter Parker can afford a pet at the moment, audience. Especially one that could draw in the kaiju.
Doom let Emma Frost read his mind so she can show it exactly to Man-Thing. They get exactly where they need to go without any real trouble and him trying to describe it.
Yeah.
And as it goes down, they end up being in a universe where it looks like Johnny Storm's watching a Godzilla with buck teeth fighting Skilla, the spider kaiju, and they're taking them down. They're trying to obviously get kaiju they can actually control, but these are uncontrollable obviously for obvious reasons because they're kaiju. I don't think they thought this plan through. But Ghost Rider, being who he is, forcefully take control of the spider. So just like in the 1000 BC, this Ghost Rider is riding a kaiju spider.
Why not? Why not turn the kaiju into a hell vehicle, audience?
And let's see, they find another kaiju monkey that's not Kong. You see, they find another kaiju monkey that's not Kong. They're flying the Fing Fang Foom around because they're trying to figure out where Godzilla is. And as they go to their next universe, it's the last picture, where this universe Godzilla is Weapon X Godzilla, aka Weaponzilla. So I guess Godzilla died, or they captured him and they turned him into Weapon X.
That's what had me covering my eyes. I'm like, what?
And I was like, this makes perfect. This is something the Super Soldier program would do. Because they just do that to anything. They do not care.
Just bring in the. I just find it so funny that they're giving us so much Marvel and Godzilla content, but they don't feel the need to bring in, the American kaiju.
I
But
want to go
oh
back
my,
because I want to see even in the last one. Cause I remember we started the last one, but I could not keep up with it the days it was coming out. And I kind of forgot.
yeah. You'll
But it
you'll make
really
it
he really should
present
have been this
though.
event by this point.
Yeah. In case anybody needs to know, American kaiju is literally an American government invention. He's Godzilla with the American flag painted over him, and he can only say USA. So yeah. But no, this right here, merchandise, but god dang will it catch your eye, audience. A Wolverine
Oh,
Godzilla, dude. How much funding does the Weapon X program have if you're telling me they could give a full Godzilla adamantium coated bones, man?
and that's a funny part. If you look at the clothes, the claws are not even clean. So
Oh
it
wow.
looks like they got the bone claws, but it's clearly anti-antium.
Okay. Yeah, dude. You have to cut corners some. I'll imagine you have to cut corners somewhere, pun intended. But yeah.
I also did want to bring up that Punisher went out his way to draw his symbol on the Fing Boom bot.
I saw that too. Why not? It just at this point, like the artist, whoever's drawing this, they're having fun, man. You know damn well that is.
It's just a fun book of Godzilla being overpowered. And everyone has to react to it. I know some
Mhm.
people be mad when they do that, but I was like, with Godzilla, I feel like it makes sense. I feel like he's the only person. Godzilla showed up in the '80s in Marvel. And it'll probably be a continuation of that. He was already overpowered back then.
Okay.
So him being that much stronger here after going into hell and taking that over and all the other shit in his own books makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, this image is just too funny not to put in this book. This page here and the Red Skull one, I'm like, I had to put it on. Just the idea that the universe failed with Red Hulk and their final hope and saved it is insane to me.
Wow. You see, that's the only time when you should have a villain fighting for the heroes when the situation is so messed up that you have to, man. Like
I think that's
so.
why it works. Like they didn't even try to justify him being the hero or anything. They don't let him say anything like Nazi wise, but he also doesn't say anything good. He literally just tries to
Right.
fight the kaiju. He gets out and just immediately dome because he's Red Skull.
Yeah. Gotcha. But it was fun, man. It does sound a fun book to read and trade, audience. So yeah.
Yeah, I kind of do wish they come out with these faster. I think this is the perfect little just casual book on the hand of somebody. Oh, you want to get in the comics? Let me show you how weird comics can get, bro. Yeah, here go Godzilla to fucking gut Marvel.
A Wolverine Godzilla, audience. A Wolverine Godzilla. That's all you need to show people to know what you're getting into. So yeah. But alright then. Do you have any final thoughts, Austin?
What was this Deadpool book?
We don't have time for that. We're already past the 2-hour mark, but we'll say that.
Yeah, my bad, bro. I forgot we had another book.
Nah, it's all good, man. So
well, y'all will get Deadpool next week then, okay?
Yep. Your favorite testicle with teeth is what you're gonna be hearing about, audience. So.
Bro, why is that a tag poll?
I'll explain what happened here, Austin. So
that's right. That's y'all cliffhanger. Y'all have to deal with this image and wonder what the fuck was going on for a whole 4 days.
Wonder why I should technically be censoring that. But okay.
Oh my god, bro.
Anyway, audience, thank you for joining us, and we'll be seeing you all next time. See ya.